Do you know what the most underrated content strategy for real estate agents is? It's not what you think it is. It's actually rather simple. If we're actually being honest, it's actually rather simple. And I'm sure you've heard this before over and over, or maybe you haven't, I'm not sure. It's volume. The name of the game is volume. Oh my gosh, volume. What is volume? Yeah, I get it. You got to post a lot, got to post more, 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 keep on posting good. But it's not all that simple as people, draw it up to be. It's actually a little bit more to it, you know? Who would have knew? It's a little bit more to it than just posting more. Because if I told you to post more, what would you post if I told you to post more without giving you any direction on actually what to post? What would you start posting? You'd probably start posting a bunch of BS, right? You'd probably be dancing all over the internet, making skits, talking about stuff that doesn't really matter, talking about things that won't get you anywhere, making the dumbest videos ever. You'd probably lose your mind at some point just because I told you to post more. What do I post? I'm trying to figure out what to post. What do you mean volume, volume, volume? Well, it's a certain way to go about it, is what I'm saying. And the most underrated method that nobody really talks about to let you in on something here, it's called batch filming. Now, what is batch filming? Obviously, the word batch means in a bunch, right? You have to post within a bunch, but a bunch of what? A bunch of the same thing. This is where people mess it up. A bunch of the same thing. I'm not telling you have to go to 10 million different houses every single week and post a video for each one of them. No, what I'm saying is use your productivity, use your brain for a second. You got to be efficient with the way you go about this. And so what I mean by batch filming is not going to a million different properties and posting one video for each one, but instead going to one property at a time, and for every single property coming up with different types of content formats for that one property. I'll say it again. Every single property, you're going to make several videos about that one property, of that one property, and have it in several different formats, because here's what happens with the algorithm, right? We think that, oh, people have seen this video. People have seen this house in this video, so I'm not going to post this house again. No, the algorithms don't work like that. How they work is, for one, your followers aren't always going to see your videos, right? Let's just get that out the way. You think that your followers are going to get tired of seeing the same house, tired of seeing the same things, right? No, it's not true, because for one, they're not even seeing it in the first place. And if they do, it's a very small percentage of them. Maybe they aren't even interacting with your post. And if they just so happen to be seeing all of your posts, I guarantee you, they don't care. They don't care. You're in your head a little bit too much. They actually don't care about how much times he posts a certain piece of content or the same house. They don't care about that, right? It's always going to hit the non-followers first. That's the way the algorithms work. They test the non-followers first, and they see if it resonates with them, and then they might start to show it to everybody at that point, right? And so what I'm saying is, you can get away with it. You can literally get away with posting the same property 10 times over if you wanted to in a row. It's not like spreading it out over a couple months. No, I'm talking about 10 times over in a row. You can get away with that if you really, really do this right. What batch filming does, it gives you the opportunity to not only save a bunch of time, because I want you to think how many real estate agents out there, maybe around your city, maybe just in general, that are on social media, how many of them out there are struggling to post a little bit more of, stuff that actually matters? They're struggling to post a little bit more content pieces that actually get them what they want, which is leads and clients and, stuff like that in return. There's so many of them struggling just to do that one thing. And that's like the common denominator of why people just stop posting in general, because they think and they hear that they need to post more and more and more, but they just never know what to post. And so they just start posting either nothing or stuff that doesn't matter. How many of them do that? Well, it's about 99% of people, of agents, who are going through that same exact struggle as we speak. When I or somebody else introduces an idea that maybe you should post more of the same thing, just in a different way, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like, turns on this light switch in your brain. It kind of rings the bell a little bit. Oh, wow, this is what I should do. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Here's how you do that, right? Formats are different from the actual thing that you're posting. And that's what actually matters to not only your audience, but the algorithm itself. Obviously, you're probably not going to get away with posting the same exact video of that same house over and over again. That's not what I'm telling you to do. I don't think you should do that. Horrible. What I'm saying is you should figure out different formats. And by the way, how you do this is you scroll on your feed, you see how the videos that you're watching are framed, and you take that format, but make it your own and plug and play at that point, right? And so let's say green screen video, you see somebody talking about a green screen news article. You know, that's when their head is on frame and they have something behind them like a white screen of whatever, right? Let's say you see that and you find that, you know, format interesting because they not only got your attention, but the way they're framing their video, the pacing and everything is good. You've watched the video through and through, right? You can literally take that format, which is the green screen, your talking head, right, in front of something in the background that's showing, let's say in this case, a house. You can take that same format, use the house, talk about the house, show pictures of the house while you're talking about it, and give the information away just like that, just as that person did with the news article about, you know, sports or whatever the freak it was. It's the format that matters, right? You have to take the formats that work, the formats that you see on your feed. Is very easy to recognize them once you start actually looking for them. You know, once you start looking for them, you pick and choose and you just make it your own at that point. Do the same exact thing with the properties that you're trying to show. And I guarantee you'll have more success than you've ever seen before because it's giving your audience something new every single time. And if the name of the game is volume, then guess what? You're going to win that volume game simply off the fact that you're going with different formats and that you're giving your audience something new over and over and over and over again, right? Now, this is the best way to get yourself out there more. And by the way, if you want to get yourself out there more as a real estate agent and you know the name of the game is volume, it's like a lottery ticket. Okay. It's like a lottery ticket, but the thing is, it's free. It's a free lottery ticket that you're playing with. Every post that you make is a lottery ticket that you're cashing in, right? Every post that you make, every video that you create and post, that is that's another opportunity to at least try to get another client from that. Every post is an opportunity. You never know which one's going to take off, by the way. You never know which one's going to resonate with your audience the best. So you might as well just try it all. Try all the different formats, try all the different properties, try all the different everything. Try it all at a high volume and you increase your chances of getting seen, but not only getting seen, actually getting reached out to, actually getting leads and clients from it just because you were seeing more than the next agent in your city. That's how it works. You got to be seen more. The more you put your face in front of everybody, the more that you put yourself out there so people can see you, guess what happens in return? The more people start to recognize you, like, know, and trust you, and eventually want to reach out to you and work with you and you only. That's the good part. They're not going to consider anybody else because they've seen you and liked you so much over the time that they're only going to go with you, all because you wanted to post more, all because you wanted to take the volume seriously and up the volume and really change the way you do things when it comes to your content strategy. All because of this one little simple tweak is the reason that you will have so much success in the future, so much people reaching out to you. It's not about the followers, it's not about the views, not about the likes, none of that, but actually people reaching out to you, people saying they know you, people saying they like your content. You thought you were going to be annoying them. You thought you were going to be, shoving it out of their throat. No, that wasn't the case at all. They actually appreciated you showing them more and more and more because that's what they needed. You gave the audience what they needed. And you're up here thinking in the back of your head, well, maybe it's not going to work. It's not worth it. Right. But you're not looking at it from their point of view. They want more of that from everybody, but nobody's giving it to them. But if you're the one who's giving it to them, you've won. You've won. And so just try to remember that lottery ticket method. The more that you put in, the more that you will eventually get out. But there's a certain way to go about it. And it's not to say you need to post more in the sense of just post any and everything. Figure out the formats that work, which I'll tell you off that the best format for real estate agents to be the one right now. Simple, very simple, easy walkthrough tours, very simple mashups of the homes, very simple neighborhood tours. People love tours. I think that's the number one popping thing right now. I think it's going to be for a long, long time to come too. So if you can master those tours, whether that be walkthrough tour, any other type of tours, if you can master that, and if you want to master the voiceover part too, when it comes to the storytelling, so people can not only see your videos and appreciate them, but they can also hear it and hear you speak about everything that you're speaking about, so they can trust you even more and even faster. If you want to take it that next step, man, you're hitting freaking gold at that point. Like, it's nothing but gold. So people are going to say that, the best strategy is to make your page look pretty. The best strategy is to, talk about your day in the life, talk about you. No, it's not. The best strategy is to give the people what they want to actually see, what they need to actually see at a high volume in the right way, using the right formats. And so that's the name of the game. Volume, but in the right direction, not just volume in general. It's a narrow pathway you got to work with here. As always, I appreciate the time, and I will see y'all in the next video. Stay tuned.